The chairman,
Aye.
Mr. Crapo.
Aye.
Mr. Rounds.
Aye.
Mr. Tillis. Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Haggerty.
Haggerty's aye.
Ms. Lummis. Mrs. Britt. Mr. Ricketts. Mr. Banks. Mr. Kramer. Mr. Moreno. Mr. McCormick. Ms. Warren.
No.
Mr. Reed.
No.
Mr. Warner.
Aye.
Mr. Van Hollen.
No.
Ms. Cortez Masto. Ms. Smith.
No.
Mr. Warnock.
Aye by proxy.
Mr. Kim. Mr. Geigo.
Aye.
Ms. Blunt Rochester.
No.
Ms. Alsobrooks.
Aye.
The vote is 18 in favor and 6 opposed.
The amendment is agreed to. There are no further amendments. The
Mr.
question-
Chair? Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, I would like to actually offer Reed Smith 95. I know that this amendment has been
Out of
ruled
order?
out of order.
Out of order. There are no further amendments. The question is now on ordering the bill HR 3633, the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act of 2025, reported as amended. The clerk will call the roll. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President.
The clerk will call the
The
roll.
chairman,
Aye.
Mr. Crapo. Mr. Rounds. Mr. Tillis. Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Ms. Lummis. Mrs. Britt. Mr. Ricketts. Mr. Banks. Mr. Kramer. Mr. Moreno. Mr. McCormick.
Aye.
Ms. Warren.
No.
Mr. Reed.
No.
Mr. Warner.
No.
Mr. Van Hollen.
No.
Ms. Cortez Masto. Ms. Smith.
No.
Mr. Warnock.
No by proxy.
Mr. Kim.
No.
Mr. Geigo. Ms. Blunt Rochester.
No.
Ms. Alsobrooks.
Aye.
The vote is 15 in favor and 9 opposed.
The ayes have it. HR 3633 is hereby ordered reported as amended to the full Senate. I ask unanimous consent that the staff be allowed to make technical and conforming changes and that the cordon rule be waived. Any objection? Hearing no objection, so ordered. Is there any member who would like to give a statement?
Mr. Chairman? Mr. Chairman?
Senator Moreno?
First of all, I want to thank all my colleagues for their hard work on this. I think there's still some work to be done. Section 301 specifically, I think we need to work on to make that even better. But specifically, I just want to call out my 2 staffers, Sophia and Lindsay, for the hard work that they put in. And I'm sure all of you have Sophia's and Lindsay that I think we need to give them a unanimous round of applause for their hard work.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Senator Alsobrooks?
I'd like to say a few words on the bill. The digital revolution is upon us, and it has presented a clear opportunity to support small businesses, generate wealth, and I believe spur innovation. And the truth is, this digital revolution is happening with us or without us. Whether or not we regulate it to create the rules of the road or not, it is here. I have a 20-year-old daughter, and she and her peers have made it abundantly clear to me that they are interested in this innovation, that they believe that the digital revolution is important, and they want not only to be able to participate in it safely, but they want what every American wants: true and growing economic opportunity, the opportunity to become wealthy, to have generational wealth. And so that is why I am at the table. I've been in negotiations for over 9 months, working toward regulating digital assets in a way that protects consumers and reduces the risk of deposit flight while still allowing innovation to happen. I have negotiated in good faith with colleagues on both sides of the aisle, and I want to thank them so much for all of their hard work. And in recognition of that good faith, I have voted yes to advance the bill today. Now, I want to be abundantly clear. My vote today is a vote to keep working in good faith. It does not mean that I'll be voting for the passage of the Clarity Act on the floor because we still have so much work to do. I'm aware that we need to find a workable way to address law enforcement's concerns about financial crimes. I'm a former prosecutor, and I know how important this is. We also need to incorporate an ethics agreement that would apply not only to the president and vice president, but to all of us. The American people, especially my constituents, expect that from us. And we need to work with our colleagues on the Agriculture Committee on their product, which still needs work. I'll keep working with my colleagues to get this done. Americans from every background and every community deserve to benefit financially from this digital revolution and to be protected from the risks that come with it. If we don't act, we'll get left behind. And I simply will not let that happen. Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
I think Senator Hagerty is next, and then Senator Tillis. Or Senator Britt, and then Tillis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Ladies first. Senator Hagerty, please continue.
Okay.
Then ladies first. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you. This bill creates a market structure framework for digital assets. It's going to supercharge innovation here in America. We've been long awaiting this. Less than a year ago, this committee advanced the Genius Act, and it has promoted a tremendous world-leading regulatory framework for stablecoins. The act that we're going to pass today promises to do the same thing for all digital assets. And I want to thank you, Chairman Scott, for your leadership and for your commitment to me to work on technical fixes to the Genius Act that we
Yes.
have bipartisan agreement on. And I want to thank Senator Alsobrooks, Senator Warner, and Senator Marino for working with me on this bipartisan fix, and look forward to getting that implemented in the next iteration of this bill. Thank you.
Senator Britt.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for your leadership on this and everyone who took so much time and energy to help get this where it is today, in particular, Senator Lummis. You have put heart and soul into this, countless hours, because you want to make sure that we innovate here on our shores. You want to make sure that each and every person has the opportunity that they wouldn't otherwise. And it has been an honor to work with you on this and to watch you lead. In particular as well, Senator Tillis and Senator Alsobrooks, thank you for your tireless advocacy to make sure that we got this right. I do hope that this committee continues to look at ways that we can provide relief for community banks. There are a number of places where we have seen overburdensome regulations, things that were not intended to apply to a certain group. And we know that they're the lifeblood of our main streets and our small towns. And so I hope that we continue to look at that and look for ways to work together, even on this piece of legislation. In particular, Senator Cruz and I have a piece of legislation, the Community Bank Relief Act. We know when the Durbin Amendment was passed in 2010 that it ultimately, there were about 7,500 community banks that were exempt during that time. And now today there are at least or fewer than 4,500. So I think there are several entities there that were never intended to be burdened by that regulation. And I think we should fix it. That's one example of things that we can do to make sure that we're looking at the entire ecosystem. And I hope as we move forward that we'll be committed to doing just that. But thank you for your work and look forward to seeing this through.
Senator Tillis, and then Senator Blunt Rochester.
Very, very briefly, I just wanted to associate myself with the comments made by Senator Gallego earlier about the work that we have to do. And with respect to what Senator Alsobrooks just discussed, we're going to keep the same spirit of negotiations going that we have up to this point. I want to thank Senator Lummis because she and her staff, who deserves a long weekend, they all do, but especially Chris. They thank them for their hard work. But I also want to talk to the stakeholders out here. You know, people know that I'm in disagreement with some of the banking community, but I've been with them before. I'm going to be with them again, and I'm willing to listen to ways that we can make this bill better as it moves forward. But we really must move forward. So, to the stakeholders who are satisfied with the bill, great. To the ones who want more work, you have my commitment to continue to treat you in the same professional manner that I've requested of my staff all along the way. And Mr. Chair, thank you for your patience and thank you for your leadership in getting this mark done.
Senator Blunt Rochester.
Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member, and to all of the members of the committee, and to all of our staff who have spent countless hours, even through holidays, to work on this. That is because it is so consequential to our country and our economy. And because it's so consequential, it is important to get it right. For my state of Delaware, we have more crypto ATMs per capita than any other state. We've had the AARP come in. While they support the provision that was in it, they haven't put out a statement that they support the whole bill because there are still concerns. My community banks, I am concerned still. Insider trading was one of the things that for me, people could understand. And in this environment, there is a lot of concern. And so what I hope, and while I'm, again, grateful to the group that has worked very hard and tirelessly, after the Genius Act, for me, I can't take a handshake. I want the work to happen in committee. And a part that was really missing were hearings. There were a lot of members of this committee who said to me, I don't understand what this is. If we don't understand it, how can we legislate? And so as we move forward, I appreciate the good faith efforts. And I think we still have work to do. And I look forward to working with all of my colleagues, but particularly on behalf of the American people, because this is too big for us to fail. I yield back.
Thank you. Senator Lummis, comments?
I just want to add my thanks, Mr. Chairman, to you, to everyone on our side of the aisle who's worked so hard, to those of you on the other side that have worked so hard, and to a lot of the people that have informed the decision-making that's involved in this bill. Particular thanks to the folks from Treasury and Patrick Witt from the White House. Honestly, without their involvement, I don't think we could have gotten as much done. The agencies went from offering technical assistance to really rolling up their sleeves and helping with this bill. And our staffs, particularly Chris Land, my staffer, I can't say enough about your dedication to this. As I've said to Chris many times, we're the dogs that caught the tire, and it kept spinning and our heads kept beating against the pavement, but we can't let go because we caught the tire, and we're not going to let go of the tire until people on both sides of the aisle are satisfied that this is a product we can all be proud of. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely. Let me just finally say, this process has been one of the most informative and challenging processes I've been through as a United States Senator. I will also say that it has been one of the most transparent times and processes I've seen, with members on both sides of the aisle and industry all in the same room at the same time for hours upon hours upon hours. Any suggestion that somehow this was done without a process that was available to all members, undeniably, factually, patently false. I will say that the members Gallego, also Brooks, Warner, CCM, Catherine, as well as Britt, Rounds, Lummis, Tillis, and Moreno, the number of hours that you all spent talking to each other and getting to know each other better is unbelievable. How Gallego and Moreno continue to talk is a shock to me, but truly all things are possible. Colombians, both of them, that's what, thank God for that part. I also want to acknowledge the fact that Senator Gallego worked with Patrick Witt from the White House, tons and tons of hours trying to thread a needle. And I will say that without Patrick and the White House engaging with Democrats, this first step, it's not even the last step, this first step would not have been accomplished in a bipartisan fashion. Without Ryan and Trey, Tyler Williams, excuse me, Tyler, there you are, looking for you over there, working together with our staff it would not have been possible to find ourselves where we are today. And I want to thank all staff, but particularly Janie and my staff for their profound impact on this process. You all have worked, I know for sure, thousands of hours over the last few months just on this piece of legislation. And at 1:30 last night and at 4 a.m. this morning, I was still getting texts from you all and responding at 4 in my heart. 5 for real. But literally, this process has been one that has been, I think, quite educational. And I hope that we have a successful process on the floor. But I know one thing for sure, that when you all say you're going to continue to work on it, you mean it. And Warner, once again, thank you for your dedication through some challenging times. You kept working. And may the Lord bless your family with the challenges. And CCM, I've gotten to know you a lot better. Appreciate you. I know we don't always get to the final point, but we're going to get there at some point. And thank you for your hard work and staying the course, no matter how you vote on the floor. With that, meeting adjourned.